Hi, ma'am. I'm here.
Yes. Okay, Kak Tif, can you just share with the class what you understand from what we discussed this week? Apa itu digital forensics and why is it important? What do you think?
Um, from my understanding, I find that digital forensic, we can help to solve crime using digital evidence that we found from that we found.
Okay, so we're solving crimes using a basic set of rules. Okay, itulah forensics tu kita the crime has happened and we're trying to figure out who did it, who did it, where did it come from, where did it originate, what hardware or software was used to carry out the attack ataupun carry out the computer crime, which law does it fall into. Okay, so
Exactly,
that is
yeah.
going to be the second topic that we're going to cover next week, which is the law that it relates to in terms of cybersecurity. And this particular subtopic has been covered by many of your topics as well. Kalau you cerita pasal ISM ke information security management, dia mesti ada cerita pasal law in terms of that. And then you're going to have um, one course on ethics. Belum ambil lagi kan? Have you guys taken ethics? Ethics and legislation? Tak ada? Belum? Not yet?
Belum belum.
Belum. I think it's going to be in your short semester nanti, your ethics. And so that's going to be one huge ni. But then for digital forensics, as you know that kita memang akan fokus pada legislation. Because no matter how hebat you buat your investigation and you punya technical skills is very good and stuff like that. But if you don't follow procedures and you don't know which akta dia akan jatuh, it's gonna be part of, then your usaha memang tak jadi apa-apa lah because you cannot tangkap ataupun you cannot equate the attacker ataupun intruder ataupun murderer ke apa lah Alright, so let's go back to the slides. Which one is the slide? I think it's this one. Yes. Okay. So just a little bit recap of what we did in on Tuesday. So we went through why digital forensics. There's two types of investigation. There's criminal, there's civil, and there's also internal. There's three types actually of investigation. If investigation ataupun cases, crimes that it can fall under. So it can go under the civil court or criminal court, and also internal court. We also have internal, like for example, the military. They have their own internal court where they have their own set of rules on how to actually prosecute the orang yang bersalah lah, the attacker, the murderer, the intruder dan sebagainya. Okay, and then we discussed a few just two models actually. There's a lot of models, digital forensics out there, but the basic ones are McKimish, Casey, which just say that the basics of digital forensics is assess, acquire, analyze, and report. So that's basically what you need to do. But nowadays, ada preserve. You need to preserve the data, especially on social media where live data is on passing every single time. So how do you make sure that social media posts which are deleted can be retrieved or not? So you need to know the capacity of what our technology can do, and you have to acknowledge that, and we have to find a way how to bottle up all the evidence instead of letting it go freely away. Lebih kurang macam itulah the idea is. Okay. So usually apa yang biasalah kan, what they do is they will create posting ke on social media and then buat fitnah ke, espionage, or maybe letak gambar-gambar yang lucah-lucah kan, and then they will delete a post. So how do you make sure that can you actually retrieve that back, the post back, and whose help will you need if you need to retrieve it back? Kadang kita kena tengok provider. Sebab sometimes when it's uploaded, it's going to be temporarily saved in a server. Okay. And for how many days before it get deleted forever and stuff like that. So it all depends on the policy of each service providers juga. And so this is how complex digital forensic is. It's not just about the capability of finding the technical capability of finding that particular evidence, tapi juga nak tahu juga what are the policies, procedures and for each of the service providers. Sebab kita akan cerita pula pasal Google. Maybe orang ni pakai Google account untuk hack bla 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 bla. And Google pula, that Google account is also used to download malicious stuff from the internet contohnya. And that Google stuff, Google ID pun ada masuk kat Lazada or masuk kat any lah platform to actually buy all this machinery for weapon trafficking guys. So it can be diverse kan, but then it goes originating from one Google ID. And would you be able to hack into Google system? What do you guys think? To get the answer. Dinis Tufa. Dinis saya dah panggil hari tu. Saya belum panggil lagi.
Yes.
Nah, Dinis pun boleh lah. Yes, Dinis. What do you think? Do you think that we can just simply as prosecutors, as forensic punya investigators, do you think it's possible for us to actually move mountains and get information from Google?
Possible, ma'am.
By?
By analyzing the information on the internet, like that.
Yalah, tapi do you think that Google the most important thing kan, you need to have experience atau bukan experience, you need to have kerjasama ataupun you need to get help from people. Sebab kalau Google, if you talk about Google, you know that Google itself is an organization where they have a massive security team which is every day trying to increase their security and stuff like that. Betul tak?
Yes, ma'am.
So you will need their acknowledgement and also you will need to get data from them. Okay, so if you are simply forensic punya organisation ataupun you buka lah, kalau you tengok sekarang banyak je dekat mana-mana lah. Dia buka company di mana we can retrieve your data for you, which is good sebab it's forensic. Tapi can they get everything and get that to court and you will win in court? Tu satu lagi persoalan. So sebab tu untuk kes-kes yang besar ataupun untuk criminal cases, selalunya kita akan guna proper channel. So pihak-pihak yang lain, organisasi yang lain semua terpaksa patuh pada arahan ataupun instructions from MCMC ataupun CSM. So Suruhanjaya komunikasi semua kan, so dia boleh bagi arahan atau instruction, you have to provide us with this information. So without having to go to court, without having to go to court for warrant. Maksudnya tak perlu proses yang panjang untuk bagi dia bersetuju untuk bagi data tu. Okay, as you know, digital evidence are very sensitive. Okay, and then we talked a little bit about what is identification, what is the scope, so kita cakap pasal forensic ni besar scope dia. It's not just computers, it's not just mobiles. We are looking at all this digital equipment, termasuk dengan GPS, your watch. There's your drones. Drones can be used for lots of things. There's bigger drones for you to actually use to deploy bombs dan sebagainya kan. So there's multiple for surveillance. So semua ni pun terlibat dalam computer forensics as well. So are we able to actually get information from all this digital equipments? There's also social media. So it's data from the clouds. There's also network forensics. There's also email forensics. So they can use emails, they can use zombie computers. Do you guys know what zombie computers are?
No, ma'am.
No? Anybody? Farina tahu tak zombie computer? Korang dah belajar security belum? Belum eh? Tak ada belajar
Network
security?
security.
Dah belajar? Aku tak tahu zombie
Dah.
computer. Zombie computer anyone? Saiful, do you know what zombie computer is?
No, ma'am.
No?
No, ma'am.
Okay, zombie computers are computers yang macam you guys can be a zombie computer. Tiba-tiba you dapat email daripada kawan you. Okay? So kawan you ni dia cakap aku dah compilekan gambar-gambar kita bercuti, tekanlah link ni untuk korang ni. Contohnya. So you pun tekan ataupun ini gambar terbaru. I don't know. Apa model-model. Apa-apalah model terkini yang seksi-seksi ni kan. Okay, tekanlah link. You pun tekan link sebab itu kawan you kan. Tapi turns out bila you tekan jadi benda lain. Your komputer tiba-tiba korak lah. Tiba-tiba your komputer jadi slow lah sebab dah ada rootkit dah, ada worm dan sebagainya kat dalam you punya komputer. Actually yang send tu is a zombie punya account ataupun zombie computer. So your computer, zombie computers are a computer that is used to attack. Tapi bukan you yang attack, orang manipulate your PC to send emails ataupun they gain access to your PC to do all these malicious accounts lah, malicious punya activities lah. So that is called the zombie computer. You without you knowing. And is it easy to do so? Of course it is easy. Sebab apa? Asalkan dia boleh masuk dalam your computer, then it's easier. Especially with you have WhatsApp, you have WhatsApp desktop, anybody can WhatsApp you, betul tak? Betul tak? Can anybody WhatsApp you? Can anybody text you kan? Boleh kan? Walaupun tak ada dalam your contact, betul?
Betul, ma'am.
Much more easier. So always be prepared, always remember. I know that you guys are security punya students, but korang CS, korang computer science, so you need to know every single thing about this, okay? Macam mana kita nak identify, betul boleh pula kalau macam mana kita nak cakap bahawa bukan saya. Bukan saya yang buat. Kalau saya tak sure, saya tak sure saya dah share dengan korang ke tak. Kalau kat Malaysia is different from other countries. In a sense, other countries, kalau kita ditangkap, misalnya email ni ditangkap untuk membuat hacking ke dalam network UPNM contohnya. So dia try to tukar markah email ni lah. Saya bagi Tirmizi lah. Kita tengok Tirmizi punya email ni digunakan untuk hack kat dalam sistem UPNM untuk tukar markah forensik misalnya. Daripada fail contohnya dia dekat A. Tapi dia tampak email Tirmizi. Kalau dekat overseas ataupun dekat negara-negara lain, Tirmizi ni tak bersalah selagi lawyer semua boleh buktikan yang betul-betul Tirmizi yang menggunakan email ni untuk hantar untuk akses dalam sistem. So dia tak bersalah selagi dibuktikan bersalah. That is what happens overseas. Tapi kat Malaysia is different. And we'll go into that later on, tapi I just want to share. Kalau kat Malaysia, sebab email Tirmizi yang digunakan untuk masuk dalam sistem ataupun untuk hack dalam sistem, Tirmizi ni dikira bersalah selagi Tirmizi sendiri tak buktikan dia tak bersalah. Faham tak beza dia? Nampak tak beza dia? So kat Malaysia ni is a bit different. You are wrong unless you prove yourself innocent. Unless you prove your innocence. Macam tu lah lebih kurang. So you guys have to always be aware of what you're doing on the internet. Sebabnya you have to have that in mind bahawa you are at fault selagi you tak buktikan you ni lah. So you have to make sure that you have your logs, you have your virus. So you can always go to court dan cakap Tirmizi boleh kata tapi saya tak menggunakan email waktu ni, ini log komputer saya, ini dia telah diakses daripada orang luar, bla 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 bla. So you have everything, then you will be ni lah, you akan dilepaskan daripada kesalahan tu. Alright, you need to preserve and never work on original data. We'll do an imaging ataupun a bit-to-bit forensic copy of the evidence yang kita dapat. So kalau kita dapat, kalau kita jumpa satu hard disk yang 156, 256 tak 256 contohnya so you have to make sure you bawa, kalau you kena buat on-site punya retrieval, you have to make sure that you bawa hard disk yang lebih besar daripada 256 supaya you boleh buat exact copy, sebab kita nak dapatkan 256 tu the whole amount of data daripada situ untuk dimasukkan dalam kita punya forensic copy. Kalau copy paste dia takkan dapat yang deleted items ataupun metadata tak dapat dan sebagainya. Okay, we'll look into that later on juga. And then we talked about examination, kat mana data disembunyikan. Usually they use slack space and allocated space, and I hope that you guys understand that better after my explanation on Tuesday. And then we do the analysis. So the analysis part, usually the investigators will use tools yang memang dah established, and then reporting. So you will be doing this, the whole process during the case studies. You might I might also create a crime scene scenario where you have to extract the information, whether it be physical ataupun virtually, let you guys know throughout the semester lah. And you need to extract the evidence, take it back and work on it, do an imaging, make sure that you have your red blockers on, which we will go through later on. You akan buat step by step analysis, and then you provide a report by the end of the semester. Okay. You need to, yang paling penting, you need to understand your scope, whether what you're doing is justifying what you were instructed to do. And kalau you tengah work on a case of macam mungkin espionage lah, espionage punya case, ada orang jual data dan sebagainya, you tengah cek sekali you jumpa data yang tak sepatutnya. Contohnya ialah child pornographic punya ni, ataupun extortion ataupun murder punya trails of information. What do you need to do? Get a new warrant to cover that scope, sebab there is an extension of scope within your investigation. Okay, you need to know who's your stakeholders, who are you doing the investigation for. Kalau it's for the government, to what extent, if it's for management, to what extent, siapa kalau it's personal owners. Kadang-kadang kalau you pergi dekat forensic department ataupun you pergi MC je senang, you can ask, ada tak orang hantar phone nak track down isteri kat mana, suami kat mana, ada. So to what extent do you have to do the forensic punya ni kan, dia nak tahu apa isteri dia buat, dia ada affair ke tak dan sebagainya pun ada jugalah yang buat macam tu. Okay, documentations, you need to have your C notes, macam saya cakap, your contemporaneous notes ataupun notes yang you gunakan masa you pergi dekat evidence, dekat crime scene. You akan buat sketch, you akan lukiskan kawasan crime scene. Kalau tiba-tiba you datang dekat crime scene, ada murder suspect pula, ada murder, you ikut untuk ada pembunuhan kat situ, orang terbaring kat tengah ni, you pun kena lukiskan juga, ambil gambar dan lukiskan. Okay, jumpa orang ni kat sini, berdekatan dengan meja yang kita panggil sebagai berdekatan dengan meja suspect. So everything you have to put into your notes. Sebab apa? That notes can be taken to you with you in court. Okay? Your photographs, video of the whole scene dan sebagainya. Alright? What else? Okay, procedural documentation. So every task that was performed related to investigation has to be documented. You need to also do summary of events. Contohnya kalau you dipanggil a few times, several times. First time you nak raid dekat tempat perjudian. Second time you dipanggil lagi sekali sebabnya dia orang baru menjumpai satu hard disk dekat belakang dumpster, dekat-dekat dengan tempat perjudian contohnya. So you kena buat the collection of all the visits that you did for one particular case. And semua tu you kena masukkan kat dalam satu documentation as well. You kena masukkan the list of equipment you seized. Mungkin ada 2 PC, ada hard disk, ada phones, ada tablets that's used. Maybe you jumpa pula USB, mungkin banyak USB. So everything has to be documented. Satu je you tertinggal, satu je tersilap, Ada kes yang dia salah sebut je. Dia salah sebut antara dia nak sebut kalau tak silap saya lah, saya tak ingat apa kes dia. Tapi dia nak sebut yang bahawa pasal social media dia akan disimpan kat mana. Dia tersalah sebut. Lawyer tersalah sebut. Akhirnya sebab dia salah sebut tu kes tu ditendang keluar. So maksudnya just very simple minor punya things yang you bantu untuk selesaikan tak boleh nak selesai. Sebab apa, you tertinggal satu PC ke ataupun you tersalah tulis dalam report bahawa data tu tidak disimpan di hard disk tapi disimpan di bla 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 contohnya. Okay, so we'll go through the cases later on. Okay, so what steps were taken and what tools were used? Untuk phone saya guna XRY contohnya. Untuk analisis saya guna XRY. Untuk extract data saya guna Celebrite contohnya. Hopefully that will have the chance to actually go to cybersecurity. Oh, kita pun dah ada lah. Saya baru ingat. We have a new makmal, a new lab in Lestari, a new forensics lab. Which has a few softwares, the digital forensic punya softwares, which we have yet to use sebab dia baru je siap, I think a few months ago. Saya pun belum tengok lagi. Kalau sebab selalunya bila saya ajar digital forensics, I will take them to PKS ataupun cyber security unit. Saya akan bawa budak-budak semua korang lah, student-student pergi sana untuk belajar kat sana sebab sana yang ada semua equipment. Tapi sekarang kita dah ada, so we'll see if you can actually get the chance to actually see and use the software kat situ. Okay, hopefully we can do that. Saya ada tanya last week sebenarnya. Bukan last week. Saya ada tanya awal WR itu boleh tak kita buat physical class. And they said tak boleh. Tapi hopefully things get better in a few weeks to come. Okay, a detailed analysis of the data. Ini the process documentation yang selalunya kena ada. User manuals yang you guna. Installation manuals. Ada tak history logs. What are the results of your testing. So selalunya kalau you guna NCASE ke ataupun you guna FTK, which is the tools yang kita selalu guna untuk forensics, dia dah buat siap-siap reporting untuk segala analisis yang you buat. So you can just download that and include that in your report as well. Okay, timeline kena tahu bila start dia orang panggil, bila you dapat first call daripada orang yang nak buat case tu. Dia cakap, okay, saya nak report satu case, ada saya nak awak buat investigation dekat school lab contohnya, sebab kita rasa budak-budak download porn. Tapi saya cuma ada masa 2 minggu je untuk awak, saya bagi awak masa 2 minggu contohnya untuk buat investigation. Okay, so you can come one day, take all the PC, but then in 2 weeks you have to return it back and we need the results lah. So you need to understand dalam masa 2 minggu apa yang you boleh buat. So you will define the extent of work that you need to do based on the requirements from the customers as well. Okay, 2 minggu tu sebenarnya sekejap je tak. Kalau PC tu besar, dia punya storage, dia dah ambil masa yang lama juga. Kalau ada passwords, you need to crack passwords. That will also take time. So 2 weeks kadang-kadang is quite unreasonable lah to get information extracted dan sebagainya. Okay. Procedural timelines, the detailed list of steps taken, the time and dates for each steps began and ended, bila kau start extract data, bila kau start buat imaging ataupun extract data, bila pula kau buat analysis, bila kau buat reporting. So you need to have that, everything must be jotted down. Okay. Alright, so chain of custody. So chain of custody it begins when it follows every single material ataupun evidence yang you ambil. Siapa yang, kat mana, from where was it taken. Mana aku punya mouse ni. Okay, kat mana dan siapa yang ambil. Date, time. Kalau you ada kat lakaran macam tu, you kata dekat meja yang bawah ni tadi, atas meja ni kita jumpa ada several hard disk and maybe ada mobile phones. Ada satu Mac, satu Android. So you have to lukiskan and then describe. Ikut complete description. And the chain of custody will be, kalau you jumpa 4 item kat sini, ada 4 chain of custody kat dalam you punya whole report. So it depends. Kalau you ada 100, you will have 100 of chain of custody. So each evidence ada satu chain of custody. Alright, every time it changes hands. So phone ni pula bila bawa balik kat lab, kita akan bagi kat orang yang handle phone punya cases. So bagi kat orang ni. Yang ni hard disk pula bagi dekat investigator B. So the evidence, the chain of custody will follow the evidence. So by the time you sampai ke court, you akan nampak dah, oh daripada sini dia pergi kat A, daripada sini pula dia pergi kat C. Daripada C, dia patah balik masuk kat dalam vault, dalam security vault. Dan akhirnya ditransfer bawa pergi court contohnya. So chain of custody mesti follow all these events. Alright, every time an item changes hand, time dengan people, it needs to be jotted down. Pastikan tak ada gap sebab kalau chain of custody tak ada, that means your evidence will not be bersesuaian kat dalam court. It's not going to be accepted in court lah. Okay? Oh, so that's it. Alright, any questions about the first chapter? I know I'm rambling. Dan saya tak tahu pun apa korang. Korang faham ke tak apa saya cerita ni?
Faham, ma'am.
Betul?
Faham sikit.
Faham, ma'am.
Faham sikit ke benda main cakap ni? Aku tak nampak lagi. Tak apa, kita nak bagi introduction je. This is the first chapter. Okay. So I want you guys to understand this is what you're going to be learning throughout the semester lah. Hopefully kita boleh dapat buat lebih banyak yang technical. Last year tak banyak, saya tak ajar lah, tapi last year digital forensics tak buat technical langsung. It was more theory punya kelas sebabnya baru start PKP dan sebagainya. So nak handle classes, forensic classes ni agak sukar lah kalau guna online ni. Tapi I think we can actually incorporate that. Hopefully you get a chance to go to the labs. Kalau tak boleh, we'll do it online. So I'm hoping that your laptops at least have the capability to download ataupun install forensic punya open source tools so that you can actually have a go at it. Sikit pun tak apa asalkan you tahu. Kalau tak buat malu je. Specialize in forensics tapi tak kerti buat forensics kan. Okay, any questions before I move on to the next topic?
Ada, ma'am.
Betul?
Ada, ma'am.
Islah, are you there Islah?
Islah MC, ma'am.
Oh Islah MC, lupa pula. MC,
Dengan Izzah.
Irsyad ada, Amirul ada. Amirul Hakim. Hai, Amirul. You there? Hello. Amirul.
Ada, ma'am.
Amirul. Oh pergi mana hari Selasa tak masuk kelas? Masuk ke? Awak punya pangkah kat sini. Tidur. Remember in my class, 2 classes if you bukan 2 classes for you to miss dengan sengaja, tapi 2 classes dengan excuse. So you dah ada first try so make sure that you try not to, and it's only online classes, bukan susah pun, bukan kena bersiap pun nak pergi kelas. Okay, so make sure that you guys join into the classes. I know it's a little bit hard during online classes, tapi please bear with us, please bear with me throughout the semester. Okay, I'll talk about what's gonna happen next week. So next week ni is just something benda yang tak dirancang lah sebenarnya. But on Tuesday during our class tu, on the 23rd tu, I have to present paper at a conference, 23rd. And petang pula tu memang during your class. So I won't be able to conduct the class on Tuesday petang. And on Friday pula, I have a training Tuesday and Friday on IoT punya lab. Kita ada all these new equipments that hopefully that you get to use before you graduate lah. So So for next week, we can decide on giving you an option. I nak bagi you assignment. So I will consider that as your attendance assignment, and also you have to present later on. And so it'll be a huge like a mini project lah sebab dia 2 classes kan. And it's gonna be a group project. So you guys can decide whether you want classes with me or not next week, or you can just work on those projects, those mini projects, mini digital forensic projects. Sebab kita tak nak lah waste time kan on not having classes just because I can't be there. Alright, if you want to have classes, we'll have classes at night. Malam sikit lah sebab tunggu lepas anak-anak saya tidur semua baru kita boleh buat kelas, maybe around 9:30 or something like that. Ataupun you guys can just focus on doing your mini digital forensic punya projects. And I suka nak buat sekarang ni sebabnya awal lagi. Subjek lain semua baru nak start kan, kita dah terus buat project. So at least dah ada sikit lah markah untuk your assignments. Alright. I'll let you know of the project. So basically the project is I want you guys to understand digital forensics in the Malaysian perspective. So korang tahu bahawa di Malaysia ni kita ada critical infrastructure. Do you guys know critical infrastructure? Tahu tak? Apa itu critical infrastructure?
Saya tak tahu, ma'am.
Tak tahu? Okay,
tahu,
dekat tak tahu. Okay, Malaysia ni dia kita ada bukan Malaysia je lah, semua tempat kat Malaysia dekat any countries kita ada critical infrastructure. So contohnya ialah bahawa kenapa kita panggil critical ialah bila benda tu tak ada, bila resources tu ataupun services tu tak ada, dia akan menjadikan macam negara tu boleh cripple lah, macam sebab citizens ataupun orang-orang lah dalam negara tu tak boleh nak melakukan duty. Contohnya ialah energy ataupun water. You boleh bayangkan apa yang jadi kalau satu Malaysia tiba-tiba tak ada elektrik, ataupun satu Malaysia tiba-tiba tak ada air. So water, energy, so these critical infrastructures. Okay. So critical infrastructure dekat Malaysia ni ada a few dibahagikan pada a few bidang. Sekejap Let me just put that in. And saya pelik waktu cuti SEM tu dia tak buat pula all this conference and training waktu dalam semester pula, tapi tak apalah, macam mana. Okay, so kalau you pergi dekat Cyber Security Malaysia, you'll see this CNNI portal. CNII is Critical National Information Infrastructure. Okay, so the CNNI sectors are basically all of this, which is national defense and security. That is critical. Apa jadi kalau tiba-tiba national defense tak boleh? Macam tiba-tiba je satu askar semua tak boleh, tak ada sistem dia semua tergendala. Tiba-tiba sistem nak terbang kat kapal terbang tak boleh, tak nampak dah radar dekat kapal terbang, ataupun perairan maritim tak boleh nak check ada intruder ke tak melalui air Malaysia kan, perairan Malaysia. So what will happen? Dalam masa berapa minit je boleh jadi chaos lah. So these are the critical infrastructures. Ada banking and finance. What will happen if bank negara tiba-tiba crippled? Or ICT, or energy, transportation. Tiba-tiba KTM derail. Macam mana, apa yang jadi? So there is actually attacks being done and targeted at CNI. So selalunya siapa yang target CNI punya sectors ni ialah macam state players lah. Macam you selalu baca pasal Russia nak attack US, China nak attack US nak attack China, nak attack Saudi dan sebagainya. So they will use cyber attack. Sebab apa? Sebab physical attacks ni dia akan nampak dan dia akan break treaty dan sebagainya. So bila cyber attacks ni you can just baling batu, sembunyi tangan kan. So usually they use cyber attacks. Government, emergency services, food and agriculture. So these are the sectors. So what I want you guys to do is that find at least 3 attacks that's been done in each sector. So satu kumpulan akan ambil satu sektor lah. Korang ada berapa orang? 17. I'll give you a detail punya instruction for the mini projects. At least find a few cyber attacks that's been done in each of your critical infrastructure. And then you tengok apa in terms of forensics, what has been done in Malaysia and what acts ataupun law that it involves. Okay, all of this needs to be presented in a poster. Okay, so this will be a huge mark. I think it will be around 10 marks for your overall carry marks. Okay, boleh? But you have to do it during the 2 classes. Maybe next the following week nanti baru you present to me. So you have 1 week to actually do this in your teams. So for example lah, saya boleh bagi satu example untuk energy contohnya. Mungkin kumpulan Haris kan ambil energy contohnya. So energy ni mungkin kalau you perasan tahu tak yang apa serangan Stuxnet tu? Tahu tak Stuxnet? Pernah dengar tak? Saya ni short sendiri ke?
Tak ma'am.
Pernah. Korang kena tahu semua ni sebab korang ni computer student. So all this serangan-serangan yang berlaku pada macam energy sources. So apa yang dia hantar ialah dia hantar ransomware, dia hantar dia exploit on Windows punya vulnerability dekat industri lah. So what happened is that it crippled everything. Energy source tu tak boleh, dia tutup. So the whole tempat yang dia salurkan energy semua tak dapat power pada waktu tu. So you take cases like that. Kalau you ambil energy, you cari cyber attacks on energy contohnya. Ataupun kalau you ambil water, cyber attacks on water. Water ni pernah jadi kat Australia di mana ada disgruntled employee. Apa yang dia buat ialah dia tak dapat naik pangkat bukan. Dia contract worker. So dia contract worker, dia tahu password semua untuk sistem pembentungan. Lepas tu dia tak dapat jadi permanent. Jadi dia marahlah dengan Australian Water ni. So apa yang dia buat ialah dia menggunakan sistem tu dan melepaskan air pembentungan sikit-sikit. Orang tak perasan. Sebab dia ada akses pada sistem, dia still ada password dan sebagainya pada sistem tu. So dia membuat onar yang menjadikan flooding lah dekat kawasan dekat Meruci tu. So kalau you baca-baca nanti you akan nampak lah ada Meruci water attack lah. Macam tu, itu kat Australia. Tu contoh untuk water. Kalau macam transport ialah dekat Poland. Kat Poland tu budak je script kiddies. Apa yang dia buat ialah dia baru belajar programming. Kat sana, kat overseas kan dia orang belajar programming kecil-kecil. Tapi dia ni advance sikit. So dia try je sebenarnya. Dia tak ada intention untuk create apa-apa havoc. Tapi dia gunakan train set. Dia beli train set. Dan dia guna remote control TV. Dan dia buat programming. Dan dia simulatekan dengan Polish tram, which is Poland punya macam tram lah. Kat tengah-tengah bandar tu ada macam kereta api tram tu yang bergerak kat dalam bandar. Apa yang dia buat ialah dia derailkan tram tu sampai menjadi kematian dan kecederaan dan damage, lots of damage and inilah financial loss. So ini semua attacks ataupun bukan attacks pun jugalah accidents ataupun accidental attack, tapi kira attacks dia lah on critical infrastructures. So you kena tahu kat Malaysia pun ada, tapi Malaysia dia lain sikit. Malaysia ni dia pemalu dan dia buat-buat malu, dia tak suka cerita. Tapi orang luar yang cerita pasal kita sebab Malaysia tak nak acknowledge yang kita selalu kena attack. Kena ransomware lah apalah. So that is your tugas. Find at least 2 or 3 cyber attacks that happen in each of these critical infrastructure. Satu team, satu critical infrastructure. Claim, do you guys want me to form your teams or you want to find your own teams? Find your own teams lah. Boleh?
Boleh ma'am. Setuju.
Setuju. So dalam I think 5 kumpulan kot. 5 ke 4? Korang nak 4 orang satu grup ke 3 orang satu grup? Mestilah 4 kan?
4 orang ma'am, 4 orang.
Tapi kalau 4 orang ni nanti ada je yang tak buat kerja kan?
Ya Allah ma'am, mana
Ma'am,
ma'am.
kalau 4 orang lagi cepat kerja siap ma'am.
Okay lah.
Bersama kita bersatu teguh.
Korang ada 17, so 4 dengan 5 lah. So ada 4 grup kan ni?
Ya ma'am, 4 ma'am.
Okay, let me know of your groups and apa critical infrastructure yang korang nak pilih. Kalau boleh, bukan kalau boleh, jangan sama dengan grup lain. So, form your group cepat-cepat, appoint a team and this group will remain throughout the semester. Nanti kita akan buat projek untuk extract data, analyze data, so it will be in the same groups. Okay, 4 orang Yang lebih 4, tapi 17. Satu group akan 5 lah. Alright?
Boleh ma'am.
Okay, so having said that, I'll give you the proper instruction for the project. You can actually start this weekend as well. Korang ada kat UPNM, try to do that, and then by the end of your research dan everything, you kena buat dalam bentuk poster. And I'll try to get that being shown somewhere in the faculty, so at least semua orang boleh tengok apa yang you guys dah compile, and it's gonna be something like a security punya movement lah. Macam kita nak cakap, okay, this is what's been affected, this is the law. Kita nak semua orang tahu benda ni. Boleh
Boleh ma'am.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'll give you the instructions by end of today. So hopefully you guys can actually give me your names by today as well. The group member's name, siapa ketua, what sector that you want to choose, and then we'll go from there. Okay? So next week, let me know as well, Zach, whether you guys want any classes. If not, that will be it will take more than 3 hours of classes anyways to do that. Untuk compile the whole thing and also to do a poster. So I think I'll take that as like an attendance for next week lah. Boleh? Tapi kalau if you still, ma'am, saya nak belajar juga, ma'am. Okay lah, just let me know, then we'll do night classes lah. Okay. Jarang sekali lah ada budak yang nak belajar juga. Okay, just let me know of what you want to, what you decide. Semua pun dah besar. So I'll let you decide a lot of things. I'll see you guys when I see you. Alright? Thank you so much. Kejap, siapa yang tak datang ni? Irsyad ada, Chu ada, Sarah tadi saya nampak. Siapa lagi? Tirmizi ada, Azizi ada, Dinis tadi ada. Haris ada Haris?
Haris ada.
Ma'am, saya di sini ma'am.
Okay. Alif ada Alif?
Ada ma'am.
Alif ada Rashdan? Rashdan dah balik UPNM ke? Ke are you still working? Rashdan dah balik UPNM ke korang?
Dah ma'am. Dia dengan Katif ma'am.
Oh, dia dengan Katif. Okay, Rashdan. Tidur ke apa? Mic problem. Pavi? Okay. Pavi, you are ending your ni dah. Bagus. Good job. Saiful ada, Nazatu Ashikin.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Farina ada Farina. Oh, Farina tak ada. Farina. Ini tak ada. Okay, so thank you so much for your participation and attendance for this class. I'll see you when I see you. Please, Zach, let me know about the class next week. If whether you want, if you guys want to have the class. Semua orang kena ada lah sebab korang 17 orang je. Janganlah tiba-tiba saya buat kelas ada 5 orang je. Alright. If not, I'll see you the following week. Have a good weekend and please do your mini project ataupun assignment. I'll contribute to a whole lot of marks for your carry marks. So please do it good. Okay? Alright. So if that is all, thank you and Assalamualaikum.
Thank you ma'am.
Thank you ma'am. Waalaikumsalam ma'am.
Thank you.
Waalaikumsalam ma'am. Thank you.
Dialog training, ma'am.
Okay, thanks. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, ma'am.
Salam.